Hello, what up YouTube? This is Shadow again with another Marvel Legends action figure review. um, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I have a lot of things to get to, so I'm gonna do a couple of these in groups. I promised a video on Civil War figures, so let's get to the review. Pretty much, as we see, we have the Captain America movie figure. This is the single pack release with the Ant-Man Build-A-Figure part, and then we also have the Black Panther movie figure release with correction, that's the Giant Man figure Build-A-Figure part with the leg. So here we have the back of the boxes of the single carded release of Captain America and all the figures in the wave, and also Black Panther and the figures in the wave here, and the assembly of the Giant Man Build-A-Figure from this wave. So I'm going to unbox these and let's get on with the review. Let's first take a look at the Build-A-Figure parts from Captain America. This is the head of Giant Man. So we get a little zoom in. It's done really nice. Gives you a nice representation of Scott Lang from the Avengers movie, the Civil War film, and you can see his eyes underneath, and has this Marvel silver paint sort of cover over and nice details in the helmet. Pretty good. And here we have the leg. Same thing, really detailed on the leg. Has some ankle articulation, but it's really stiff right here. I like the little texture pieces on the costume. Nice paint work. So these would be pretty cool when I get the rest of the wave. Now let's analyze Captain America. Here you have pretty much the same standard Captain America that we've been getting over and over the years. It's the same one as the Winter Soldier figure. Alright, so yeah, here we have Steve Rogers movie version. I don't think I really need to review this figure pretty much. If you have any of the other releases from Winter Soldier or Age of Ultron, it's pretty much the exact same figure. Look up close. He has the other figures came with, it's a darker paint than the other ones, but if you have the swappable head, this one can use the head from that one, and it can also use the hands with the pointing finger and the salute hand. So pretty much all good there. Here's a look at the shield. This did not come with the Winter Soldier one. I think it was blue and it was slightly different. So it's good to finally have a proper red shield, even though mine has a scratch on it, which is annoying. Put it through and then reattach the hand on the other side, and that's how he holds it. This one does not, this mold doesn't allow for a peg hole to be in the back or like some sort of magnet connection so that he can like wear it, unfortunately. So really the only way he carries it is like this way or this way, both hands. This one just has a little bit more detail, I think, in terms of the paint work than the other ones, and a darker paint scheme, but otherwise the same thing we've always seen. Now over here, by comparison, here we have the Black Panther figure. This is from the movie. Very interesting figure because I don't think I've seen this sculpt before. So you take a look at the head real quick. This is the sculpt of the Black Panther's sort of like mask. It's really cool. Lots of silver detail. And since he comes with a swappable head, we'll put on the head for the actor who played him in the movie, Chadwick Boseman. It's not quite going on there, but you get the idea. That's how it would look. Pretty good. Lots of great detail on this figure. Even though it's all black, it gives you a lot to see and appreciate. Ankle, pivot, rotation. Pretty much the standard Marvel Legends stuff, which is really good. Swivel, double jointed knee and elbows. Swivel here. at the waist, but only thing makes the cut really kind of awkward here. And he has like a sort of double, kind of like a double, but it's not really a double, but like an ab joint here. That when you bend him backward, he looks weird because you have some sort of like weird sculpt thing here, and this sticks out. But then from other angles, it looks really, really cool. He has that menacing kind of look. And just look at the detail here with the claws here. That's done really good. Silver paints. And so overall, I give this a great recommend. If you see this figure, pretty much pick it up and you're interested. If you have to get one. And if you don't have a Captain America already, I would definitely recommend this one. But if you don't have this one, or you want the shield look, then I would pick up the Winter Soldier one because it comes with the extra hands and the swappable face. The unmasked head, which I always like that too. So before I wrap up this video, I did have something a little extra special to show you guys. That was in the beginning of the video. And we're going to be opening and reviewing this, the 3-pack from Civil War with Spider-Man in it. I picked this up from Amazon when it was on sale for like 25 bucks. And as you see, it has a second Captain America. And it has an Iron Man in it, which I also have the regular version of Iron Man as well, which I reviewed prior. So we'll do a small comparison, and then we'll go in-depth on the Spider-Man. Alright, so here we have the Marvel Legends 3-pack for Civil War, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man. Let's take a look at the side. We have Captain America here, really cool. The other side, Iron Man on the side. A little bit of symbolic imagery there, showing them guys being separate sides. We have a look at the box. The 3 figures here, nicely done. As you can see, there's a slight difference here. These 2 guys, these are battle damage versions. So they're more or less supposed to be like the representations of how they were, I guess, after their fight towards the end of the movie. And we also have some extra features in this pack as well. So we'll open this and start the review. Alright, so now we got the figures out of the box. Here's what they look like out of the box, standing right next to each other. So we have a nice little height comparison. So we have Spider-Man right in the middle, being the shortest because obviously this is a teen version of Peter Parker. And we have Captain America Steve Rogers on the left, looking great there in the mid-range height. And then we have Iron Man looking the tallest over here with his armor on. And the feet's not quite level here, but that's my desk too. Let's get the obvious out of the way. You're only buying this for the Spider-Man, so we're just going to do a comparison here with the 2 releases here of the Captain Americas. And here we have the single card release, the sort of spotless, clean cap. And then here we have this supposedly dirty, sort of like battle ready or in mid-battle cap over here, which has this like glob of just brown weathering just thrown on there and on his helmet. It's not so bad on the helmet. I think actually adds a little bit. He doesn't really have anything going on the face. The face looks just the same, pretty pristine. Even though in the light, this one seems like it has a little darker skin tone. So you have those 2 things going on there. Otherwise, they're basically the same figure. So right now, I don't know if I'm going to do something, maybe a giveaway, or if I'll use these for a kit bash or just give them to a friend or something. I don't know. But nice to have. And the Iron Mans, we have a little bit more going on in these. As you can see, the plastic, if I hold in the light just right, the plastic seems a little bit more metallic-y and marbly in this one. It sticks out just a little bit more. And the blue on the arc reactor stands out a little bit more. And actually, I think it does a little bit more for the suit than the way it looks over here. But this stuff with the brown and the blackened sort of like stuff they got going on here just doesn't look good to me at all. I don't know why they did it that way, because it's in these particular parts of the suit, and it's not, instead of being all over and just done more lightly, they just kind of globbed it there. I don't think that looks good. They did sort of highlight some silver here, some scraping. I think that actually looks good, but the other stuff, I think they went too heavy with the dark black and brown. Sort of like washes and stuff. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I also picked up these because they came with the heads for Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, the movie version. So we have basically Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. So you can use these and swap them on the head, which I didn't have the Robert Downey Jr. prior to this. And also more effect parts for blasters and stuff like that. The single release of Iron Man just came with the 2 blue ones, but now we have the 2 reddish orange ones, and these look really good in person. So it's really a nice addition. If you didn't see my other review, the Iron Man comes with little peg holes here, so you can do this kind of effect in the hand. And then also he has peg holes in the feet, so you can do this sort of effect as he's kind of swooshing by. One more thing, forgot the 2 different shields here for Captain America. So you have a regular shield and more of a damage shield, but unfortunately mine arrived with a fingerprint. Thanks a lot, Amazon. I appreciate that. Or Hasbro, I should say. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with this one. I want to keep it, but this bothers me. And of all the weathered and like battle damage stuff that came with this, I think this is probably the best looking part of this, and still doesn't look the greatest, but it's decent, I think, compared to like a pristine version of the shield. So I like that I have both. And then also we have Spidey here. He's the reason you picked this up, because arguably this may be the best Spider-Man they've made to date, with the exception of maybe the pizza or the Raft Spidey, I think, or whatever it's called. But it's pretty much the best one. It's a lot of great features and articulation here. His head goes up that much. His webbing is all sculpted in, details all over. And he has a slight wash on his body, so his red doesn't appear bright red. It appears slightly dark. There's a little bit of, like you see right there on the leg, there's a little bit of black ink kind of flowing on top of the red of the suit. He only comes with these hands, unfortunately, so he only has 1 fist and 1 thwip. And it's a little unusual because I think Spider-Man usually has, if you're going to have the thwipping hand, is usually in his left over here and the fist over here or something. So it's kind of awkward that they went with this. But you see all the details here in the black and the everything that the Tom Holland movie suit has, which is pretty good. He has a waist twist here, which is effective, but at a certain angle, if you go too far, it interferes with the suit, kind of like Panther. And he has a really effective butterfly joint that allows him to bring the arm over and continues the musculature and the sculpt all the way across. Again, he might be a little small, but I think it's a really, really great figure if you're a Spider-Man fan. So if you can find this on the cheap, I would definitely recommend this for the set if you don't have the other guys. I think the Spider-Man alone is worth it. And you can now kind of recreate that scene in the movie where he has the shield. Or maybe that was in the comics, I can't remember. But he can hold the shield, which is cool. You'd have to use the other hand, I guess. And I think it's sized more or less appropriately. I think so. But yeah, pretty much to wrap this up, I would definitely recommend this figure for the set, and also the other guys if you don't have them as well. I got mines at Amazon.com online, but you can find them in Targets and Walgreens and places like those. But if you're not sold on this guy, then I would say wait until the Marvel Legends Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming movie version of him that's coming out later this year, which is going to be a little bit different, I think, revised, and it's going to be a little bit more brighter blue, and slightly different parts of the suit and stuff. So I think you might get more for your money, your buck there, if you just want a Spider-Man from the MCU films. So thanks for tuning in to my videos. Really appreciate it. This pretty much wraps up my look at the Civil War Marvel movieverse and figures. And hope to see you guys in another video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.